Hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker, and today there's someone over there, so if I seem off, that's why. We are changing the air filter on this bike. What year is this? 2020 CB650R. So what I've already done, because I've never actually opened one of these up before, we took off the rear seat, which is key fob here. You lift up the back and kind of pull it harder than I would like, to be honest, because it's quite sticky. Then there's two bolts here. I think they're a 5mm Allen. And then to get to where we are here, these side covers here, which are also 5mm Allens here and over here. This is all Velcroed on, so don't be afraid to pull at it. You will have to. Then there's two more 5mm Allens here and here for that red cover, and then you want to gently break that away from the Velcro here and here and here and here. But it's actually pretty easy to get this far. So now what I'm going to do is remove this bolt here and this one here, and we're going to lift the tank, prop it up, and hopefully change the air filter really quick. And then we're going to do the oil if you also want to see that. So size 10mm bolts. I don't know, is that focused? Yeah, come around. There, those 10mm bolts, you have to take them out, and also catch your collar here. That will obviously have to come out too, because that would hold the tank in place. So just don't drop it. It looks like we'll also have to take out these guys here. So these look like a push-through pins. This I do not like. Yeah, they're push-through pins. So you want to push the center of them. Very, very center. And then they should lift out. And then to reset them, when you actually lift this off, if there's only two, there's only two. Yay. You want to basically push that center all the way back up so that it's kind of ready to go back in, and then you push the pin down till it's flat to lock them back in place, but I'll show you later. And that should let us lift the tank now. Yay. Right there. Yeah, so I'll show when we get off. So there's just a pinch removal one. And then, so that is a breather hose that's across the airbox we'll have to take off. And it looks like this needs to come unplugged. Are you a lift and release? Where'd I put my screwdriver? Pinch and release. That needs to come off. And another breather hose here. And now we should have access to the airbox by the looks of it. I don't think there's anything else in the way, I hope. Is that mounted to the airbox? Yes, it is. Why, I don't know. We might get away with it. Let's see. Let me grab my other screwdriver. Will you point the camera in there if you can? And see, there's actually like, this is magnetic. There's like screws holding in the air filter itself, which is a new one for me. Unexpected. I think it's only two. But yeah, that's how you get in here to the air filter. It's not very much work, especially when you consider you don't have to do it very often. There's one. And then there's another one over this side. And then that should lift out, which it does. And now, time for judgment. And it's actually not bad. It's not bad. So once you have your old filter out, do not forget to check, does the airbox need a clean, which I'm gonna wipe that down. The old filter. Oh yeah. That's old filter, not oil filter, people who are being silly about my accent. Old filter. Oh. Classic Americans being about my accent. Where are we? Get some light here for you. So it's not bad actually. That's just like regular dirt from riding. There's a couple of places that there was some crap built up, but overall it's not bad. Pretty easy to get to and pretty easy to change. I would say first time doing this type of thing, give yourself 30 minutes, but other than that, probably 20. How many miles you say is on this?
11,000.
So for 11,000 miles, it's probably the original air filter, and I mean, that's in pretty good condition. So all I'm gonna do now is just wipe out the airbox. Yeah, I mean, you could also remove the tank and make your life slightly easier. I generally don't like to remove tanks if I don't have to, because you risk damaging them. So right now it's propped up on an old shoe. So the new filter, you want to put it in fire screen up. So these are the two screws you want to put back in. Don't forget to turn them counterclockwise until you feel them drop in onto the thread, and then turn them in. I'm holding one screw in my mouth, that's why I sound like this now. And that's it. So you put that one in, then the other side, and then put back in all of the airbox bolts. So we'll do that and I'll come back to you. So that's back together. There is one center bolt here, do not miss that one, taking it out either, you could crack your box. You want to plug this back in, which is just a pinchy clip, same as this one. There's a pinchy clip down here, and then obviously this plug here, and then all these bolts the whole way around, or nuts, screws, there we go, screws, that's the word I was looking for. So now we're going to take out my very expensive performance shoe here, shoe prop, and lower the tank back down. And to show you why you need to take off that cover, the little black two push, why are you not manual, folks? Get out of here. This would be in the way. I don't really know why they did it that way, but they did. So those two push pins literally just fit to here and here, and then that's it. Pretty easy. So I'm going to throw back in these two side bolts, put this cover back on, put all these covers back on. I don't know, I might speed run through them on the video, and then we'll get to changing the oil at the end, because that's honestly very straightforward at this point for all bikes. But yeah, just to show you before I forget, to reset these plastic push clips, you literally just push that out like that. So you push them all the way in order to remove them, and then you push them back out to reset them like that. And then when you push it into the plastic cap, you just push that back down and it's locked. So I'll try to show you that. I'll try. So, okay, I don't know, hopefully you can see this, but from the front side there are these little hooks that you want to hook in under the tank before you clip this back down, just so you don't break anything. And then it should find its own way, which it has, and there you go. There's two push pins here and here. So two hooks, ow, that's very hot. Two push pins here, and then we'll bolt it down. To put this back in, you want to hook this piece in behind this. Then you have le grommet, and then a bolt. So that goes in behind there. It kind of all finds its way, which is nice because of all the locatory bits, like the Velcros and whatnot. Yeah, and then we're right on there. So that's actually nice. Well done, Honda. Okay, so that's the bolt that goes back in there, and then there's the two bolts in the back of the seat, and then the rear seat just slides in nice and easy. So now what we're going to do is drain the oil. So that's the oil drain bolt. So I'll probably lift the front of the bike as well, just to make sure we get it all out, because at the moment I just have rear stand on, and then we'll pop off that oil filter there, which is actually a nicely placed oil filter. Well done, Honda. I'm liking this bike more the more I see it, you know that? I'm impressed. It looks like a 12, so I'll let you know. Was I right? Was I right? It's a 12, I was right. The owner of this motorcycle, who is to my left, hasn't changed his oil in an unknown amount of time. It's not bad though. It's actually not bad. Pretty easy to get that bolt out. Now we're going to do the filter. This would not be possible with hands. Alright, so we have a new crush washer onto the bolt, which is there. There's the old one. We're putting on a high flow HF204, and this is the RC. All that is that extra nut in the bottom for racing, so you can safety wire it. You do not need the nut. So HF204 for the CB650R. High flow is fine, I've used them forever. And we're using Motul 5110W30. This takes 3 quarts or 2.7 quarts with a new filter, which is I think about 2.5 liters or so, I think. So yeah, you should have plenty left out of your oil for top-ups or using on other bikes. And yeah, we're gonna throw it all back together. So that's it. Filter is tightened on, hand tight plus a little bit, and then new sump bolt on. So now we just gotta fill it with oil and we're done. So I realized while editing that my camera had actually died. So to fill the oil on the CB650R, this is my CB750, Honda haven't changed anything. So what you want to do is remove this fill cap on your CB650R, and you're going to basically take this out. I'm going to put you down for a second so I can clean this, but essentially that is your oil level right there. So 1 sec, and you're going to fill, it's 2.7 quarts with the oil filter, which is I think 2.4, 2.5 liters. I'll check how much we use in a sec, but you're going to get your dipstick and you're going to put it in, take it out and check your level. So this one actually could do with a little bit of oil, which isn't surprising because it's done a few thousand miles and it's an old bike. But basically you're going to keep topping it up and checking on that high oil level line right there. And then that's it. So now, while I say that's it, what you want to do is you want to fill it up until you get to your high oil level. Then you want to start your bike, run it for about 30 seconds. The reason for that is to basically fill your oil filter with oil, because otherwise it won't have anything in it. Let me just check for a second here. So yeah, we use about 2.4 liters of oil on the CB650R, 2.4, 2.5, judging off the bottle, which obviously isn't the most accurate thing in the world. But yeah, then once you started it, let it run for, like I said, 30 seconds to a minute, turn it off, let it sit for, go away, have a drink of water, have a cup of tea or something, Barry's tea only, and then check it again. Once you check it again and you're at your high oil level, and you want to be slightly below, you don't ever want to really overfill your oil, then you can tighten that back up and you're good. But basically, you know, check your oil again after 1,000 miles or, you know, 1,000 kilometers, wherever you might be. It doesn't really matter once you keep an eye on it. I check all of my oils quite regularly. The reason this one hasn't been checked is because it's currently leaking fuel, which in the next video we're going to figure out, because I want to be able to keep this bike running. I really do love this bike. It's a great solid bike. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. So if you've watched, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully if you have a CB650R, this was helpful to you. If it was, please do let me know in the comments. If I have more friends' bikes that need work like this, I am going to try to do all these videos because they are helpful to people, and I like when videos are helpful to people, so that's what I'll be doing if and when the opportunity arises. Obviously I do have a job, so I can't do it all the time, but yeah, hopefully this was useful. The nice thing about Hondas is they pretty much stay the same, so I could show you on the other Honda that I have. Just that little dipstick. Suzuki's, Kawasaki's have like a sight glass. My Yamaha used to have a dipstick. I don't know what modern Yamahas have. I haven't owned a Yamaha in years, so I might have to rectify that soon. But yeah, Suzuki's generally have an oil sight glass, same as Kawasaki's. And I've never actually really had the opportunity to work on a German bike, so I don't know, or an American bike for that matter. I've only owned Japanese bikes in my life. Maybe one day we'll change that. But yeah, if you found this video interesting, please do let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, maybe give it a like. If you want to see more like this, or my vlogs or anything like that, maybe subscribe. It does help, you know. And yeah, until next time, thank you as always to all of my patrons. Really do appreciate your support. If any of you lived closer, I would quite happily work on your bikes for you. And yeah, until next time, thank you again for watching. Adios. Outro crew. What is the single worst bike that you have ever worked on for, like, you know, checking fluids and whatnot? Because I know there's a few out there that are absolute pains. I'm just interested to know, you know, what's the worst that you've ever personally worked on? Let me know in the comments. Bye, Outro crew.